What's up everyone, Jose Gaming here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be reviewing My Hero Academia's episode 68 that just came out yesterday. I'm so sorry guys that I didn't put my review out yesterday because I was busy playing a lot of Star Wars, so I promise I won't do it again, but at the same time I can't keep promises, so yeah. So obviously this is a spoiler review, so you guys have not seen the episode, leave this video and go out and watch the episode yourself. Comment down below, did you guys enjoyed it? So yeah. Obviously, we have the beautiful opening scene, which I think that opening scene was fire. And knowing that, I knew this episode was going to be fire too, because seeing that opening scene, this episode was going to have a fire animation coming up. So obviously, we see one of the big three was shooting her quirk at the villains. And I don't know what her quirk does. It didn't explain that much. I might be, wrong or something. I need to go back and rewatch the episode to see what type of quirk she does. And we see Asui and Ochako do their combination attacks too to stop one of the villains. So yeah, after they stop the villains, they're working on a hero agency, which is the number 9 hero, which is I might pronounce this wrong by the way. So her name is Rauki or something like that. I might be wrong, but hey, but they're working the work study on her, and obviously she wants Asui and Ochako to be on this cover case, which is the Night Eye thing, when the partnership and stuff like that, and obviously to what the Overhaul is doing. And speaking of Overhaul, we have that scene where we left off at that post-credit scene, which it was Overhaul and Tomura were having an agreement. So obviously, yeah, Tomura wants to join him, but at the same time, they have conditions that he does what he does. And sometimes they will help him for his age. So basically they're doing a partnership in this one. But he just want to know one thing, which is the bullet, what happened on the second episode. I might be wrong, but so obviously Overall was going to explain it until we cut to the next scene with not Red Riot, but Kirishima, which obviously is Red Riot. And one of the big three, I think, is Amajiki, and one of the hero agency, actually one of the hero studies they're working with, which is Fat Gum, which is kind of a weird superhero name to say, but basically his quirk is fat assumption, so that makes sense though, because it is fat, but yeah. So obviously they're just traveling around, doing hero stuff, and then we see a bunch of villains running around. I think they stole money or something like that. So obviously Fat Biscuit and Amajiki stopped him, and I was wrong on one of my theories that I thought Amajiki had some type of octopus quirk, but I was wrong. So basically his quirk is manifesting. I was about to say manifesting, but yeah, basically wherever he eats, his quirk can transform into that. So which I think that's a pretty cool quirk to see, and that's pretty cool though. And obviously, Kirishima was kind of bummed out that he didn't do anything until they were celebrating. One of the villains were hiding in the crowds and shoot like the gun at I think Amajiki, yeah, but it did hit him. But Kirishima kind of blocked it with his harden, and obviously Kirishima ran after that villain. He was running away and he was scared, and obviously Amajiki was trying to activate his quirk to use the octopus's powers, but it didn't work because here was Overhaul's plan. The reason why Amajiki's quirk did not work is because Overhaul's plan made a bullet that basically he learned from All For One that he could steal people's quirks, and his quirk did not activate it, which that's basically what the bullet is. So and Amajiki was kind of worried and scared at the same time, and Fat Gun was kind of concerned too. So we cut to Kamashira. I keep messing up people's names so much. I'm so sorry, guys. So we see him chasing after the villain. The villain was scared because he couldn't protect his friends and something like that. And obviously his quirk shoots like spikes, but it's only like 10 inches, so it barely cuts. And Kirishima's quirk is hardened, so he couldn't even affect him. So obviously he was saying that like again he was crying that he didn't help his friends like that. And while he was making that speech, he had something out of his hand, which is a drug, which boosts up his quirk. Which, knowing that is creepy as hell. Not gonna lie, his quirk, like all these spikes coming out of his body, even on his eyeball, that shit is creepy as hell. If I see something like that, I will run the fuck away. And that's what these people. Okay, knowing this episode, Kirishima told these innocent people in the background to run away far as they can and not let the spikes hit them. And I like the fact they just stand there and just watch like Kirishima take them down, but instead of running away, which I found that so hilarious. Like for me, I would run my ass out of there and not get killed by that thing. But hey, it is what it is. That's part of the story, so I'm not gonna complain anything. So obviously, the spikes is cutting through his harden, and his harden's getting affected by his like his quirk, basically the sharp things coming out of him. So obviously, Kirishima thought he was gonna lose and he couldn't do it. And then we come back to a flashback scene, about Bakugo saying that well, actually no. Before I get to Bakugo, basically Kirishima said he doesn't have any flashy moves like everyone does. But Bakugo motivated him to he can do something amazing, just basically be like something like a wall or something like that. And obviously Kirishima was motivated about that. And then I love this part so much is that this is the badass part from Kirishima we've seen so far, and the beautiful animation of the way how he did it is that this man he looks so badass. Like I don't know how to say it, but oh my god, he looks so badass. How he I don't know. Basically, he boosts up his quirk a little bit more. Basically go beyond plus ultra right there. And obviously it goes he can go through all of his spikes, and the villain is trying to stop him, but obviously he goes through it, and then he does his ultimate finish. It's basically Red Riot Gut, something like that, and obviously he knocked the villain down, and it looks so badass. And obviously it does has a time limit. It's like 60 or 20 seconds or something like that. He can hold it from like that. It's basically like Kaioken. Especially it does remind me of the Kaioken from Dragon Ball Z. When Goku does it, when he turns back to his normal, that the whole smoke comes out of him. That's basically what it reminds me of. But oh my god, Kirishima in this episode is so badass, bro. This episode is really good, actually, in my opinion. Besides the people who were just standing there watching a fight, which I think that's the stupidest idea, why people would just stand there and watch them fight. But yeah, so obviously, he was trying to get the villain. The villain was crying that he couldn't fight beat the hero, and obviously he tricked him. He was trying to escape. He still had that drug thing, obviously, and obviously Fat Gum comes out of nowhere, grabs him. Obviously it doesn't hurt him because again his quirk is fat absorption. So they captured the villain, and then all these people who were there were saying that he was the good hero. Everyone loved him. Everyone will remember the name of Red Riot, and obviously we have a little flashback scene of Kirishima's past, and I think that's kind of interesting. And I think we're gonna explore a little bit more throughout this season about Kirishima because we never have a lot of backstory about Kirishima in season 1, 2, and 3. But I'm thinking this season we're going to get a backstory based on Kirishima and why he's becoming a hero and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of interesting how they tease it a little bit of Kirishima. So obviously, they take the villains back to jail, and obviously Amajiki was concerned what was gonna something is not right here and stuff like that, and Fat Gum was concerned too. And I think that's when the episode ends right there, because obviously we have the post credit scene. Deku, who is all tired up, obviously from Night Eye and stuff like that. But obviously, everyone's bragging that Red Riot is all over the news. He's getting popular about being a sidekick and stuff like that. Same thing as Asui and Ochako, which I think that's good for them. They're getting more recognitions and stuff like that. And obviously, Deku was still concerned about the little girl. So obviously, that will lead us to the next episode, which I cannot wait to see the next episode because, basically it's going to have a whole meeting of talking about overhaul the situation like that. So that's basically what the next episode is probably going to be about. I might be wrong. But yeah, obviously I enjoyed this episode. This episode was low-key hot and fire. So I'll give this episode a 9 out of 10, which I think this episode was really good. I still think episode 2 was a little bit more good, but this episode was good too also. So obviously, Kirishima is going to be, a big important part, especially in his backstory. So I can't wait to find out what he is and where he came from and stuff like that. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Make sure you share this video out as many as possible, get this channel growing. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.